very cancelled Louis C.K. Why do I keep watching those cancelled people, you say? Because you have to learn from their mistakes and also their strength. You know, people make mistakes. And if you just forget about them because they make mistakes, then what about the like you dumped it along with the baby with the water? Okay, the Louis C.K. Sorry album. The album is called Sorry. Hold on, I accidentally closed it. So let me open again. Hey, who is watching me? Stop being a secret admirer. I feel like maybe some people are partying right now, secretively, and live streaming my video right now as part of the entertainment. I will for free explain why he was funny. As a courtesy, I will for free explain why one of his jokes is funny, and then that's it. And then I will turn this down. If you want more of my golden nugget, my knowledge, you have to subscribe to my Patreon.
My favorite sex position. My favorite sexual position is reverse cowgirl, but I'm on top.
Okay, so why is that funny? Usually when they said there's in jokes there's premise and punchline, right? So people expect him to establish a premise before the punchline, but he go for straight for the punchline. So here's one thing that happened. The premise, you know what it is? The premise is that you should supposed to be have a premise. That's the premise. People assume he was going to have a standard premise, but then you know what the punchline is? The punchline is there's no premise. So there's a double punchline here. There's the sentence he say, okay, my favorite sexual position is, that is the punchline. And premise doesn't have to be verbal, no? The premise is that people assume there's going to be premise, but surprise, surprise, the punchline is there's no premise. I land the punchline right away, which is my favorite sex position is. Then here come another premise. Reverse cowgirls. So of course people are gonna assume it's a girl on top, right? Right? So that's the premise. But the punchline is he is on top. See, like the shorter it is, within a short time span, the more jokes, more punchline you can fill in, the more powerful. And what is punchline? Punchline is surprise. Are you surprised that the first sentence he said is, my favorite position is, sex position is, that's a surprise, right? That's what makes punchline very punchy. One of the things is element of surprise. Then misdirection. Like if you can use misdirection, it can amplify the surprise. So there's two devices you can use, at least I have introduced. Element of surprise and misdirection. Sometimes trying to create surprise is not strong enough. You can make it strong by misleading people first. It's like in order to make people hurt more, throw them from higher position, right? So by misleading them, and you're trying, it's like you're trying to get him to go upper, so that when it fall, it hurt more. So when he say reverse cowgirl is a misleading, because he's trying to mislead you to come up with an image of a woman on top, because that's what the position is, woman on top usually, right? So that when she said I am on top, it's not very clever, right? It's not very clever, but it's very surprised. I mean, the punchline itself is not clever. like I'm on top. It's not a clever punchline. But because the way he create element of surprise is clever, it's okay. Because you have to be clever somewhere at some point. You have to, if the element of surprise is not big enough, you have to mislead. You see? So that's the kind of lesson that I'm gonna tell you whenever you have a live stream or subscribe to my Patreon, my WhatsApp plan, and my Discord. You know, there's a lot of hidden surprise that I'm going to show you how to be, how to like smash it socially, how to be charismatic, be funny, and find love. So follow me, like this video, comment below, and then I'm going to bring you all the way there, and we're going to make it. A guy who only starts speaking English for 10 years who will dominate stand-up comedy. And on my way there, I'm going to bring a lot of you guys up in charisma and humor and all that. Just follow me, and I will show you.